With Sparking Zero coming out in a couple days, I thought I'd go ahead and put my hat into the ring and talk about characters that I would either hope or expect for the DLC. Now we have Superhero and Daima, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Kid Goku. One being a pre-order bonus, one coming out as a DLC later on. Now, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of characters that it could definitely be. For the ones that we already do know, there's a couple animations that I would hope for. Gamma 1 and Gamma 2 are just awesome characters. They have tons of animations throughout the entirety of the movie. I would say that my number one pick for both, though, Gamma 1 would be definitely using the blaster and having that be like a long-ranged sort of attack, of course. And then for Gamma 2, I 100% would want the comic book style like kicking that he did during the Piccolo fight, where, you know, it's just having like that bam and wow and crash and all that stuff going on, explosions happening, and just all of that kind of like combining, right? We've already seen it happen for other games where Dokkan has done it, Legends has done it. It wouldn't be a surprise to me if also Sparking Zero would add that as animations too, you know? And then on top of that, I saw a list that was actually really close to what I think is going to be coming. There was a couple options that I would want to swap out if possible, but I wouldn't be really surprised if it's very similar to this list. We go ahead and look at it. We have the Nerd Gohan, Super Saiyan Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, Beast Gohan. We have Base Form Piccolo, Power Awakened, I believe is the term, Orange Piccolo, and then I believe it's Orange Giant Form Piccolo. Now, I'll just go ahead and say that I don't want there to be the I really don't want there to be too many characters from these DLCs where all it is just two characters and then it's just like a whole bunch of transformations, right? Like over half of this list is all Piccolo and Gohan, literally. The 2/3 of this list is just Gohan and Piccolo because of how many transformations they had during the movie. Now, it's fine if they had lots of transformations for sure, but the thing is that when we have characters like Magenta who could also be added into the roster, I think taking out something like Nerd Gohan or having that be like a cosmetic, a costume, whatever you want to call it, having it be like that instead, and then just having it where it's Super Saiyan Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, and Beast Gohan, or having it where instead of being it, or having it where it's just Piccolo base form, then Piccolo Power Awakening, Orange Piccolo, and then Giant form. Maybe Piccolo is has it where maybe he doesn't go Giant form, or maybe he doesn't start off as base form and it's always the Power Awakened, right? I don't think he really fought enough base form for there to be like a thing for me to really vouch for him and say, okay, I really want like the base form Piccolo to be in here. Like, no, I think Power Awakened and beyond is probably that. But if we're talking about animations for those units, well, I guess let's go ahead and say that Pan, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Cell Max, we already talked about Cell Max, or sorry, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, but stuff like Cell Max and Pan have, well, Pan has like the kick and stuff, and Cell Max has like the beams going everywhere. I think that both of those animations would be really nice for each respective character. But for stuff like Beast Gohan, there's no animation I would love to see more than two. One being attack-wise, the kick. I feel like anytime you think of Beast Gohan, you always think about the kick. And it's in every single game that has Beast Gohan, and they always make sure to have the kick from the movie. And I think having it in there would 100% be like the number one attack animation, right? And then I think having the transformation be basically how it just was in the movie, really similar to how Gohan was when he first went Super Saiyan 2, having the lightning, or not the lightning, sorry, the like red beam go across the screen, and then Gohan awakens and turns to Beast. I think that would be really nice, you know, having it really similar to how we saw Super Saiyan 2 Gohan already in Sparking Zero. I really would want both of those, right? Who knows if they would even add like some Dokkan animations as well for some of the attacks too. But then for Piccolo, there's two animations that I would really love to see for him as well that we saw in the movie. The one being, oh, hold on, I have to actually pull it up real quick. Okay, other than the obvious being special beam cannon, I think the two that I would really love to see is just the sort of like kick combo that he did against Cell Max, where he just did 3 different kicks back to back to back. That would be definitely a fun animation to see. And then on top of that, I think having it where it's the beam punch or the key blast punch, and then having it where it's like the pole kind of slam. Both of those animations are something that's like really high on my list for Orange Piccolo for sure. And then we already talked about how Daima Kid Goku is coming as a pre-order bonus. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's probably not going to be a transforming one. It'll probably just be just base form, right? And with that being said, DLC Pack 2 is probably going to have some villains. You know, it's probably going to have Vegeta, it's going to have Piccolo, it's going to most likely have Master Roshi. All of these characters that as kids I think would be really nice, especially because while it might be nothing new for something like Goku, we haven't seen Vegeta, obviously we haven't seen Piccolo, we haven't seen like these kid versions of characters for anything other than Goku because of GT, right? So I think it will bring like a fresh new coat of paint for some of these characters and kind of like give them, you know, a little bit more light for a lot of these side characters, right? Like Krillin and all that. And I would go ahead and say that we've already seen the trailer for Daima. We know that Goku's going to transform to Super Saiyan. It seems likely that they'll just make that where the DLC Pack 2 will include Goku going Super Saiyan. I wouldn't be surprised. And then maybe Vegeta will go Super Saiyan 2 as well. And, you know, some of the, like, Trunks as well could also go Super Saiyan. We'll really have to see, right? We can't really know too much about Daima just because at the time of this recording, the show hasn't even come out yet, right? And we've only just seen the trailers. But it would be nice to see characters like I said, like Vegeta and Goku transforming into like Piccolo and Kid and all of that. Especially because we already know that the kid version of Goku is coming, right? For the super attack animations for them though, not much can really be said. Just, you know, Kid Goku on the like a Nimbus Cloud, and then having like where he's using the power pole a lot would be a really nice sort of like base starter animations, or the basic attack animations, and then hopefully like the Kamehameha would be something like the special moves, of course. And then while this is going into uncharted territory of what is more like hopeful after those 3 DLC packs, I am kind of disappointed in how much Dragon Ball characters that they've missed. We don't even have Demon King Piccolo, and Demon King Piccolo is kind of like the first big boss of Dragon Ball. He quite literally is like one of the defining bad guys from Dragon Ball, and they weren't referenced. He wasn't like used at all, which is really weird because he was in another Budokai Tenkaichi game, I'm pretty sure. I believe it was 3, but I don't remember which one off the top of my head. But either way, like Demon King Piccolo has a lot of animations too, and when he uses the Dragon Balls to go back and reverse his age as well and go back to youth, right? I would really like to see one of his I guess like super attack animations be when he has the sort of power go around his fist, then it like, you know, like resonates throughout his body, and then he throws that like, I guess like ki blast towards the opponent with like Sparking Zero's unique art style and like explosion effects. I would say it would be really nice to see something like Demon King Piccolo for that, but we'll definitely have to see. I can't really know for sure if they're going to do Dragon Ball after Daima and after doing Superhero, but we'll see. We'll see for sure. But let me know what your guys' predictions are. Let me know what you guys are hoping for the most in terms of whether it be Daima, whether it be Superhero, whether it be Dragon Ball in general, the DLCs in the future, all of that. Let me know how you guys are feeling. I'll probably release more Sparking Zero content from here on out, but only time will tell, of course. Other than that, though, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys all have a great week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.